Hi guys, welcome back to our channel and thank you for stopping. I'm going to give a quick rundown how you can stay at this resort for practically almost free. All that you would have to pay is the resort fee, which is $55 plus tax will be roughly $65 a night. Now we're at the Grand Hyatt in Waikiki Island, and this resort, roughly a room like this will cost you $1,384 a night, which is way above our what we would normally pay for a hotel room. But utilizing credit cards, you could basically stay here just for the resort fee, which I explained. Now, the first thing you want to do is, oh, and by the way, if you stick around to the end, I'll give you some hints how to save money while staying at a 5-star hotel, because things here could be very expensive. First things off, what you want to get is the World of Hyatt credit card. Now this credit card, as the day of filming, you get 35,000 points when you spend $3,000 in 3 months. So that's pretty easy. If you put all your bills on that, you could easily spend $3,000, and you get essentially 30,000 points to stay here per night. So basically you get this one credit card, you get to stay here for 1 night free. Now you don't want to, you want to stay more than that, and I'll explain how you could stay up to 5 nights. So the next thing you do is, and by the way, this credit card, it's $95, but what's kind of cool about this is that every year they give you a free night in a category 4 resort, which is, like, I'll give you an example. In Anaheim, we want to go to Disneyland, 1 free night, $286 per night. So it pretty much, and it includes breakfast to stay at the Hyatt in near Disneyland. So it basically pays, this credit card basically pays for itself every year. So once you get that credit card, what you want to do is you want to get the Sapphire Reserve. Now you're like, wait a second, that's not a Hyatt credit card, but this is what's cool about this, and it's pretty simple. This credit card gives you, and it has a lot of benefits, but I won't go too much into detail what they are, because I'm just primarily focused on the Hyatt and staying at a Hyatt Resort. Granted, you don't want to get like 3 credit cards all in one sitting, so to speak. You want to wait a few months, you get this credit card, and this credit card gives you 60,000 points of Chase points. And you're like, well, wait a second, that's not going to help me. Well, actually what you do, and it's pretty seamless, you convert the Chase credit card points to the Hyatt, World of Hyatt. So now you have 60,000. That's 2 more nights, so you're at 3 nights. And this credit card, by the way, it's $95 a year to have. But and I'll give you a hyperlink to this. It's a good way to support the channel if you want to use our hyperlink to get this credit card. That's 2 nights right there, and you just transfer it to the Hyatt. So now you have 3 nights, and then this is what's really cool, actually, and see if you can follow along. It's pretty simple, but then what you do is you get the Freedom card, and this one has no annual fees, and this is old school. They don't have this card. It's now Freedom Flex card. It's another Chase card, and what you do with that is, I think right off the bat they give you $200 credit, which is, it's like 20,000 Chase points. I think they call it unlimited points or something like that. Sorry, I don't remember. But anyways, you get 20,000 points off the bat, and there's no annual fee just to get this credit card when you spend $500 in 3 months. Now, what's cool about this credit card is that revolving things that you would get, for example, fuel is 5 points every time you buy fuel for the first 3 months of this year. Take that back. Actually, it's not fuel, it's a grocery store. So when you go to a grocery store and you get gas through the year, they rotate the categories, and they give you 5 points when you use this credit card. So like for example, in January it's grocery stores, so when I go buy any kind of groceries, my wife and I use this credit card. Through the year, for example, last year we got 22,000 points for basically doing nothing. And this is what's crazy about this whole credit card game. So you could easily 1 year get 30,000 Chase points, okay? But this is where it's cool. And see if you could follow along. You transfer these points for Chase Freedom to Chase Preferred credit card, okay? And then from this credit card, you transfer to the Hyatt, and that's how you get your other night. So now you're at 4 nights, which is pretty, for basically doing nothing, just spending what you normally spend. And what you do, and we did this with my wife when we were in Tahiti, what I did is I only had enough points in Tahiti to stay for 2 nights, so she got the same credit card. I don't even remember the credit card. That's why you don't really have any loyalty to these credit card companies. I mean, they make billions off you anyways in fees. So she got the credit card, and you just ask them when you check in, hey, she has a reservation on her credit card, can you combine us together? And that's what they did. And we spent 3 nights in Tahiti at the Intercontinental at the time. Your wife or significant other also gets this credit card, and they only get 30,000 points, but you combine it. So that's basically how you could easily stay at a $1,300 a night credit hotel for practically $65. And it'll cost you some time to calculate, but it's worth it. If you go to maxmypoints.com, what you do is just put in any hotel, and it'll tell you how many points and what's available on a given night. For example, in October, you can see that there's some openings. Obviously in the summertime, it's a lot more expensive, but this is a good tool to utilize when you're trying to figure out to use your points for your hotel room. Remember, maxmypoints.com. Now, one way to save when you go to these hotels, they're could be very pricey, like tacos. Fish tacos are like $25, and what we did is we had breakfast here, we had porridge, and then we went to the local grocery store and we got food. We got them to bring a micro oven, so if you eat outside and you don't eat the resort food, that's one way to save money. And what's kind of cool about this particular Hyatt, and I don't know if it's all the Hyatts are doing this, but you get $10 credit if you don't have room service clean your room every day. So what we did is we're pretty clean. We kept the place clean. So we stayed here 7 nights. We got like $60 credit, and we used that to have breakfast at the buffet. And so the buffet only cost us, actually breakfast is $52, but it only cost us $25. And we had kids are half off. If under 5, it's free. So we actually, our bill was like with tip and everything, it was like $150, but $60 of that was off. So it was $83 for all 4 of us to eat at a 5-star hotel. That's one way to save money. So anyways, I hope this was helpful. If you like this kind of video, give it a thumbs up. And like always, keep on traveling. Thank you.